Hey guys, what's up? Gamer Guide here. Okay, this is a special video, a special evidence video that I have gathered up to prove a point here because, you know, over the last couple days I've been seeing Sonic Frontiers trending a lot on the internet, social media and all that, and I keep on seeing the same theme with these Sonic Frontiers fan art and posts and all that stuff. I keep on seeing Amy as the Ghost Girl. Now, it was believed before that this Ghost Girl is going to be humanoid, but before that, we used to hear about Rose and Sonic being playable in the game, or Amy having a huge presence in the game like Sonic. So I started to connect the dots because, you know, like I said, this Sonic Rose thing, I used to make this a running gag. This used to be like a joke, a running joke on my channel. I never really took it seriously. But every time I try to put it down and ignore it like Sonic Rift, it keeps coming back. This time with more evidence. Now I know some of you guys hate hearing Sonic Rose, especially you Tsunami haters or people who are Archie Sonic fans. They don't like Amy or Tsunami. But like I said, whether you like it or not, this might be a reality. And I have 15 reasons why this could be true. But before I get into this video, be sure to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please show your support and hit that like button, guys. It really helps out my channel. Now, before I continue, you know, a lot of people compare Sonic Frontiers with Zelda Breath of the Wild, which is true. But there's one game a lot of people are not comparing this with, is Shadow of the Colossus. Sonic Frontiers is inspired by Zelda Breath of the Wild and Shadow of the Colossus. The reason why I say Shadow of the Colossus is because Sonic fights these huge Titan characters, as you saw in the end of the trailer. That one huge Titan looked like it was Bayonetta's high heel or something, so her leg or whatever. So yeah, and that's pretty much the theme of Shadow of the Colossus. So I'm pretty sure Sega is going to blend, or Sonic Team is going to blend both games into this game. Now let's go to the first part here. Sega was considering on a realistic Sonic fur texture, but they must have changed their minds because Sonic looks the same here as he's looked since Sonic Unleashed. You know, other Sonic tubers have already mentioned this. Yeah, I'm not the only one to talk about this. This was in earlier leaks, like this leak that came out 2 years ago in 2019, shows like a prototype of Sonic with fur. And number 2, soft reboot. Now, if you guys remember, the whole Sonic Rose, Sonic Unlimited rumors back in earlier in the year was saying that this was going to be a soft reboot. Not a full-on reboot, but a soft reboot that's not like a direct sequel to Sonic Forces. Which is great because, you know, we all want the meta era to be over. Now, number 3, Sonic and Amy being playable. And Amy as a ghost girl or a guide. Now, there's a friend of mine who wrote me a DM. Now, you know, he does a lot of research on Sega leaks, Sonic games, and all that, so he knows his shit. He knows what he's saying. Now, he watched one of my previous videos, and he said here, yo, so your video, I actually suspect that Amy is the ghost girl. While this game gives me big Breath of the Wild vibes, it gives me bigger Shadow of the Colossus vibes. Perhaps the story will revolve around Sonic needing to destroy all of these colossi, or whatever, to save Amy and his friends, much like the game, only with Amy's voice guiding Sonic. I could see, especially with Flynn writing, the story being more focused on the relationship between Sonic and Amy. Just spitballing, but the main thing is that I implore you to look more into the similarities between Frontiers and Shadow of the Colossus rather than just Breath of the Wild. Hell, if I was writing, I would make it so that Ghost Amy spends the entire game in a limbo state after being cursed by whatever ancient power the island has. Yeah, the island Starfall. Sonic gets to curse himself, as we see in the trailer, and how the online synopsis of the game says that Sonic will need to save his friends and maybe even himself, and Amy spends the whole game guiding Sonic on how to uncurse himself. But the ending, in my personal scenario, would be this twist that while Amy saved Sonic from the curse, it's already too late for her. That'd be very Shadow of the Colossus. Now, for any of you guys who have played this game, Shadow of the Colossus, tell me how the plot is, because I'm not too familiar with the game. I just know the game is like you're this human and you fight these gigantic kaiju characters. Number 4, Sonic having similar gameplay style to Lost World. Now, in this video here, one of the older videos I made back in, I think, January and February, let me see what I wrote here. Now, okay, it says here, Sonic has a new gameplay style. The most similar one would be Lost World, to be honest. There's no running button like in that game. Speed is progressive depending on how much you tilt the stick or how much momentum you have. Parkour makes a return, but it's more of a situational scripted ability. The kick isn't here. You can go a lot faster than Lost World. Areas are openish, like an open world. And this was back in February 6th I made this video. Now number 5, new writers with experience in Sonic TV shows. Obviously we already know that one. Ian Flynn, he has experience with Sonic TV shows like Sonic Boom, and he's written the comics. And number 6, development team. The development is going smoothly. There's been a lot of silence surrounding the game because they want to wait until everything is in place. This is a multiple media project. Also, it took some time to assemble the team for the game since Sonic Team as it was doesn't exist anymore. That's true. It's a brand name now more than anything else, so expect a lot of new people to pop up in the credits. So that part is true. They're bringing in some old people like from the adventure games. The director I know is still from Forces or Lost World, but there's also some new people they're bringing in, like Ian Flynn technically is new to the game scene. The next point here, number 7, is the plot sounds pretty similar to Frontiers, and I'm going to read the plot here. It says here, the plot of the game has the main crew, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy, traveling around the world in a new aircraft built by Tails, whatever, as they try to find an artifact connected to an ancient hedgehog civilization before Eggman does. It's sort of an Indiana Jones-esque type of adventure. The game is a revamp of the franchise, but it takes place in modern continuity. It does not erase what has come before, nor is it an Elseworld type of thing like Sonic Boom was. Okay. So with that in mind. Alright, now here's the plot for Sonic Frontiers. It says, in Sonic Frontiers, Sonic's longtime nemesis, Dr. Eggman, discovers an ancient technology on the Starfall Islands and installs his AI program, Sage. You know, Sage like the Sonic fan games that comes out every year. To hack in and take over. But there is more to this technology than he realizes, and unintended consequences immediately come to bear. Sonic must race against time to discover the truth, save his friends, and maybe even save himself at the same time. Both plots sound eerily similar, you know what I'm saying? Also, the next point, number 8, female antagonists related to the moon. Now, obviously we haven't gotten that yet in Sonic Frontiers, but we all can assume that the main villain in Sonic Frontiers might be female, right? Because I was reading a lot of leaks before about female this, female that, female open world, female villain. This all has to mean something. They can't just be throwing out gender for no reason. Now the 9th reason, the game's tone. Now it says right here in my second video that I made just the following day, February 7th, says if you dislike Sonic games having stories or you think that they shouldn't, then this title will probably not be for you. It's by far the Sonic game with the biggest amount of cutscenes. It is by no means a super cinematic narrative experience, but there is a story here, and it's much more than an excuse to go through levels. There are really good writers involved with this, working very, very closely with SEGA Japan, like Ian Flynn. You hear that? So this is lining up. We all know now that the story is not going to be all slapstick meta era humor. So that's also similar. Now, the 10th reason. Self-discovery, save himself. Alright, well I can't find that here now, but I swear I read somewhere it said in the leaks, in the Sonic Rose leaks earlier in the year, that it's about Sonic self-discovery or whatever, like he's discovering about himself. And in the Frontiers it's talking about Sonic saving himself, so that's very similar. Also number 11, says the game is coming in 2022 instead of the 30th anniversary. We all knew that. Even in the beginning of the year, the leaks were saying it was coming out next year. Mainly because Sonic Team started on this game in 2019. You know, instead of 2018, they were busy with Sakura Wars in 2018. Now the 12th reason is there's no wisps, but limited power-ups called Moon Shards, which is an unlimited reference, you know, Sonic Unlimited. We haven't heard anything about Moon Shards in Frontiers yet, so I'm not sure if that's true or not. So that remains to be seen. But we both know that this new game is not going to have wisps in it, you know, and it's going to have like these limited power-ups as we've seen in the Frontiers trailers. Now the next reason is Sega wants to appeal to a wider demographic, which is the whole point of the open world thing. Like I read right here back in February. Why just Sonic and Amy are playable if there are other hedgehogs like Silver and Shadow? Well, Silver hasn't come back from the future, and a plot point of the game is that the cast doesn't know where Shadow is. SEGA also wants to appeal to a wider demographic, which is why they're keeping the cast small and focusing on Sonic and Amy, right? So that's interesting. That part is interesting. There's plenty more leaks that came out earlier in the year, but these are the ones that I covered. And also, yeah, these are both huge stories like I mentioned earlier. And super forms, they return. Remember in the previous leak videos where I talked about like Hypersonic returning, Supersonic returning, or Supersonic is used to defeat these titans. So you're actually going to be playing a Supersonic more often than before, and it actually is vital to the story because they're using it to take down these titans. It says right here in this earlier leak, Super Forms returns, and I won't say much about it to not spoil anything too big, but look forward to it. Wink emoji. So that means we might see Hypersonic or Supersonic just going to play a very important role in this game, which is awesome because Supersonic was like non-existent in Force's story. So yeah, so those are all the connections I can find so far between Sonic Rose, Sonic Unlimited, whatever, and Sonic Frontiers. What do you guys think about all this? Let me know down in the comments below, because this can't be coincidence. This is way like these leaks line up way too much with Frontiers, and other people were DMing me, messaging me, telling me, yo, gamer guy, you have to cover this. You know, those old leaks you covered before in the beginning of the year with Sonic Rose really lines up to Sonic Frontiers. So I looked into it and I was like, yeah, they actually do. You know, some I forgot, but they oddly do. Now there's some things that don't line up, like the whole game being connected to Sonic Prime, but you know, besides that, a lot of these things connect. So I want to know what you guys think about this, because this is very interesting. Do you think Rose is the voice Sonic is hearing in his head or whatever? I know some people are saying that they changed the subtitles, but the voice actor is the one who did Amy, so I just want to know. But let me know. Thanks for watching. So also be sure to smash that like button and share this video with your friends. Join the A Squad. But that's all I got for now, so until next time, I'm out.